biased and based on malice, that the governor, MCAs, and other leaders have not allegedly exhausted all forms of alternative dispute resolution mechanism to resolve their differences, that the governor is allegedly being impeached for being a woman in leadership as the governor of Meru County, as the governor of county government of Meru. On or about 30 residents of different sub-counties presented written memoranda to oppose the impeachment of the governor. Mr. Speaker, in a nutshell, it was observed that the principles and the key parameters necessary to conduct a public participation were met in the public participation exercise conducted at the sub-county level in Meru County. However, these are the findings of the public participation process in different sub-counties. Some members of the public stated their views in written memoranda and did not sign the memoranda. It's something we have seen. Some sub-counties conducting public participation faced challenges such as chaos, residents interrupting the public participation process and harassing the county assembly officers. In all sub-counties, residents gave their views in support or against the impeachment motion. That in Tigania Central Sub-County, the public participation process was to take place at Kiguchwa Methodist Church. However, the process did not take place in the same premises as the Reverend Daniel Medekan declined to allow the public participation process to take place in the church. The Reverend states that he was not consulted and he could not allow a political process to take place in the church. That the officers of the assembly moved to Kegoswa Chief's camp where submissions and registration went smoothly until the process was interrupted. Thereafter, the police officers restored order and the public participation process resumed and ended seamlessly. In Egembe South Sub-County, the public participation process was interrupted abruptly by youths chanting slogans in favor of the governor. This led to police officers using tear gas to control the residents. Thereafter, the process proceeded to the end without any interruptions. That in Imenti North Sub-County, officers from the county assembly were blocked out of Kianjuri Center. As a result, the officers were forced to break into the hall. Thereafter, there was around the youth that interrupted the participation process severally. Officers of the county assembly were harassed and objects such as eggs thrown at them by around the youth chanting "Mama, Mama" slogans. The officers managed to restart the meeting several times and finally, it was not conducive to proceed with the public participation exercise. Around the youth refused to sign their attendance sheets and some youth attempted to tear their attendance sheets. However, some views and memoranda were collected by officers of the county assembly from the venue. In Motuate Sub-County, the public participation went smoothly and there were no distractions at all. In Tigania Sub-County, 2 opposing groups and altercations for like 20 minutes. Later, the exercise resumed and the process went down smoothly. In Egembe East Sub-County, the public participation exercise went smoothly and there were no distractions. In Kwene Sub-County, the public participation process went on smoothly until it was interrupted by Nick Mburugo and his supporters. However, the process was restored by police officers and the process proceeded peacefully, successfully. In Bohori West Sub-County, the public participation process was going smoothly until the first speaker took the floor. Visibly drunk goons hijacked the meeting chanting "Mama, Mama" slogans. Interestingly, the area ward administrator mobilized residents to interrupt the public participation process and declined to sign the attendance sheet. Instead, the ward administrator mobilized some residents to sign an independent attendance sheet and presented it to the officers of the Meru County Assembly at the premises. Nevertheless, officers of the County Assembly of Meru managed to collect views and memoranda despite the chaotic nature of the meeting. In Imenti Central Sub-County, the public participation process began smoothly, and there were a few disruptions. By around a ground led by someone in quotes Supo Mero, who successfully tried to disrupt the process. The crowd snatched one signing sheet and teared it. Additionally, the crowd snatched and stole a mobile device in one of the officers of the county assembly, from one of the officers of the county assembly, facilitating the public participation process. Thereafter, the officers left the premises for a while and restarted the process, which was usually uninterrupted. However, the officers managed to obtain some written memoranda the opinions of residents who are willing to give their opinions. The security team did not put in any efforts to restore the public participation process, and the officers of the County Assembly took